Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. We are your host. I am Randy.
I'm Lee.
He is Lee. We are talking about the comics that will be new on shelves Wednesday morning. The Wednesday we are talking about is November 29th, 2017. You know what the normal parameters of what I talk about are. If you need to know how to get to either of our shops in Shreveport, Louisiana, or Texarkana, Texas, you can find the information on ExcaliburCCG.com for the phone numbers or the directions to get to those shops, either one. Beyond that, we have a real quick announcement for you guys. Lee, let's show them the book.
We got these.
We still have them in.
Goodness.
Still have them in shop. Plenty of copies left. If you missed out on it, they're still available. They are sold out everywhere, and Excalibur is loaded up right now. We made sure to get in there and snag a few extra copies before they went bye-bye. So the story is off to a stellar start from everything I've heard. And we want to make sure that you have that in your hands. Remember, it's a 12-issue series that will be running pretty much the whole year of 2018. So get on board with it, sign up. We can still get that to you and have it you ready and prepared for the second issue.
While they last.
While they last. That is absolutely right. Lots of number ones to talk about here. I believe I'm going to start us off with them. We're talking first about DC Comics Batman Creature of the Night #1. It's a 4-issue miniseries. I think it's going to be one of those library-bound, square-bound books that's similar to what Kurt Busiek, who is writing it, did with Superman Secret Identity back in the day. Jean-Paul Leon, one of my favorite artists, is on board for the art here. Has me super excited for this. Within this book, superpowers don't exist in the real world. So, when Bruce Wainwright, that's the name we're going with here, not Wayne, Bruce Wainwright, when his parents are a victim of a violent murder, or violent crime, I should say, there's no superhero to come in, save the day, seek out some sort of justice or vengeance. However, something begins to grow from within all the grief and the rage of young Bruce. And now we need to answer the question, what is the taking wing in the Gotham Knight? So I don't know if it's something from his own imagination that's happening. I don't know if this is him years later doing something about it. I'm eager to find out, though. Batman Creature of the Night. I'm excited.
Okay. And my first one is a Catalyst Prime Keynote. It's #1. It's by Lion Forge. Writer is Joe Casey. Artist is Jeff Halo. Major Alistair Meath of Britain's Royal Air Force sacrificed his life to save Earth from an approaching asteroid on the night of the event. 7 months later, Meath has resurfaced as the colorful, kinetic, energy-powered superhero Keynote. But something's very wrong with the world. Britain's MI6 is on the hunt for Meath and the terrible secret behind his return.
Lion Forge has been putting out some good books, guys. I'm sure they're going to start putting out some trades if you missed off on the first few series from Catalyst. Up next, Red 5 Comics. I don't think we've ever talked about one of their comics before, so this is a first. Have a fun and somewhat historically based, maybe not, this alternate history book called Chasing Hitler. It's #1 of a 4-issue series. Jay, and I guess it's his wife Haley Nitz, will be on board as the writers, and Jethro Morales is your writer. At the end of World War II, there are 2 servicemen who are sent in to make sure, confirm that Adolf Hitler has died. They need to see the body. However, they don't. Hitler seems to be missing, and now they're on the chase. They are on of the Hitler that's on the run. So we'll see exactly what's going on with this series, and if we get something even more different with history because of this, the butterfly effect, or if they end up getting Hitler.
Well, I've got John Wick, #1.
I'm a little jealous.
Out of 5. From Dynamite Entertainment, writer Greg Pak, and artist Giovanni Valletta. John Wick, Book of Rules, Part 1. When the young John Wick emerges from prison and embarks upon his first epic vendetta, he comes up against a strange, powerful community of assassins and must learn how to master the Book of Rules that guides their lethal business. What are the three bills? Who is Calamity? And who was John Wick before he became the Baba Yaga?
The Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
That's awesome series that they've got going so far. The movies.
The movies, right.
So I'm excited about this origin story.
And maybe it'll come out.
It's obviously definitely coming out now.
Right, right.
But hopefully it'll just come out on a good monthly basis for us. DC Comics. If you're a fan of the mystical side of DC Comics, this book is for you. It is Mystic You, #1. It's a 3-issue miniseries by Alyssa Whitney and Mike Norton. This revolves around a young Zatanna who is enrolled in this mysterious university where they help to teach all these magical users their unique styles of magic. We need to, we'll find out in this series if she's able to get along with all of the rest of the students at the school that happen to be people like Enchantress, Sargon, Faust, and others. Really, it sounds like a lot of villains there, so
it does.
She's going to be in a tight spot.
Still DC with me.
Still DC.
New Talent Showcase #1 has writer David Akapo and various artists, including Sia Alm.
Yes.
The latest graduates from the DC Talent Development Workshop show off their skills in stories starring some of the DC's greatest characters. In these tales, Poison Ivy fights an ancient demon, Dr. Fate is confronted by the cost of magic, and Red Hood and Duke Thomas face off in a training day simulation, and so much more.
Now, I don't know that Sia Alm would necessarily be part of the talent development workshop because she's been pretty successful with her own series at Aspen Comics. So I think that's just them pulling in a fairly big name for what I believe is her first work at DC.
I want to say that I've been on the show, twice, maybe 3 times? Twice I've had a Sia Alm book. Twice I've had a Sia Alm book.
That's great.
Yep.
Well, that's all we give it to you. Whenever we see that, Chris, like, we can't have Mark on the show this week. We have to
we had to have Lee because
that's
it's Sia Alm.
Absolutely.
There we go.
My next couple are IDW here, so we'll get a break with one of yours. But Powerpuff Girls Bureau of Bad #1, another 3-issue miniseries. One of the cool things here is that Haley Mancini and Jake Goldman will be the writers, and they are actually voice actors on the show. And then the art is Philip Murphy, but I think that's kind of neat to bring in the
voice actors
to
the
do
writer.
the characters. They're the ones that are familiar with the characters.
No, they know how they would talk.
Absolutely. All of the baddies that are, the rogues gallery of the Powerpuff Girls have decided that they're going to get together to finally put an end to the Powerpuff Girls because they have not been able to do it on their own. As they are preparing for battle, though, they're going to share their different tales of near victories, and this one's going to revolve around everybody's favorite, Mojo Jojo.
The compact of evil.
Yes. I love Mojo Jojo. Who doesn't?
Right, yeah.
I love
Monkeys
saying
make
it.
everything better.
Absolutely.
Yep. My turn?
Your turn.
Vault Comics. Reactor. Donnie Cates. Redneck. God Country.
God Country.
I'm in.
Yes.
Artist Dylan Burnett and D. Cunniff. There's Wheat, your average machine gun wielding teenager raised on an Earth overrun with vampires. There's Polly, who landed on Earth with the mission to kill every damn vampire there. And then there's King Luke's heavily fortified blood farm. Vampire
Blood Farm. Makes
there
sense to me.
Reactor, a whole new entry into the world of vampire warfare, overpowered mech suits, 10-year-old president.
We have one of those, don't we? He acts like one.
There you go. I'll live with that. He tweets like one.
He tweets like one.
There we go.
So do you think there are going to be some redneck vampires on that world?
They could import some.
They could import.
There could be a crossover eventually.
Absolutely.
They're right.
Why
Step
not?
into a black hole and end up in the other side.
Their own two personal creations there. So,
Yep.
like I said, why
He
not?
likes vampires.
That seems pretty obvious to me. But yeah, there are a lot of people who are read comics who like vampires too. So,
True. I am one of them.
It's going to be
At least these two.
yes.
Yes.
It's going to be a must get for them. This is another one that I've really been looking forward to. IDW brings us Sword of Ages #1. This 5-issue miniseries. I think that he has it. It's going to be installments of miniseries. And writing and drawing it is going to be Gabriel Rodriguez, who is the artist behind the Lock and Key. So if you like that art, it's here for us now. This revolves around a young woman who becomes the first champion to be able to wield the most famous sacred weapon of their planet. And now she is going to help her people survive. What are they surviving against? Well, she's going to help rise up and gather Legion of Heroes against this invading force of aliens. They are merciless, they're evil, they're wanting to wipe everybody out, and if you're a fan, it looks kind of very heavy metalish to me from what I've seen. If you're a fan of sci-fi and magic mixing, this is definitely going to be one of those books that should be a priority for you, and it's a priority for me, definitely. Beyond that, this is a fifth week, I believe. So we have DC, when they are put out the 5th week, they put out annuals, and we have tons of annuals from DC. We'll run through them real quickly. I'll start us off with Batman Annual #2. This one is already sold out. It is hot. You want to get here and get it. Tom King reunites with Lee Weeks. They did the whatever the Batman Looney Tunes book was, Bugs Bunny, I think, whatever it was. Elmer Fudd. They
Elmer Fudd.
teamed up on that. They're back. Tom King writing Batman again. Well, no, I guess he is on Batman right now. I was thinking that he was already gone from it. Why is it sold out? Possibly because this is going to take a look at what, flashing back to what Bruce and Selina's first date was like. I think it more so wasn't a normal date. It involved costumes. And so we're going to find out how the lines exactly blur between their romance and their rivalry. Like I said, red hot book.
Green Arrow Annual.
Yeah.
Number
we go
1.
from red to green.
That's right. Ben Percy. Artist Eleonora Carlini. Christmas is a time for reflection, relatives, revenge, so says Count Vertigo, who returns to Seattle to send Oliver Queen on a violent, mind-bending journey into his own past and future.
Count Vertigo is one of my favorite Green Arrow villains.
Yes.
Always like them. Next up is Justice League of America Annual #1. We have Steve Orlando on board to write it, and the legendary Kelly Jones drawing it. What makes it even cooler is because it's Kelly Jones drawing a Lobo tail. That's going to be cool. We're finally going to figure out Lobo's secret. Why did he join the Justice League of America? I'm guessing that it's going to be Black Canary who finds it out, since she goes with him on a mission into deep space, and it's a mission she may not come back from. So will the rest of the Justice League find out about it or not? We'll see. Probably so, because I can't imagine them killing Black Canary.
Last one I have.
Last one.
And it is the Super Sons Annual. Writing by Peter J. Tomasi. Artist by Paul Pelletier. Super Pets Unleashed. Really, I could stop there.
Yeah.
Super Pets.
And everybody loves that.
Yes. The world's furriest team of Crypto and Titus together at last. Tired of the boys stealing the spotlight, the doggy duo lead the Super Sons on a canine-powered epic.
That sounds absolutely
It does.
fun.
Fun.
You have Tomasi writing it, which means that it's going to be well written as well. I'm always a big fan of his. Well,
Super Pets. They
Super
could have
Pets.
squeezed Streaky in there, maybe.
You know what? I don't
I'm
see a
not sure
problem. Why
there's a
not?
Streaky in this one, though. I haven't seen Streaky, have you?
No, I don't know. And they could have added Harley Quinn's dachshund that she now seems to have.
Yeah, all the time.
into the.
Nathan.
I don't know if it's just on. Is it in the book?
I think it's
actually?
Nathan, yeah.
Okay.
Nathan,
So
I think his name's Nathan.
we could have had Nathan in that. Maybe we will get an appearance by Nathan.
Maybe.
Who knows? Okay, guys. that's our books that we have for this week. We are still trying to recover from our food comas from the Thanksgiving, so no question a week this week. Tell us how your Thanksgiving went. Did you go out of town? Did you, go hunting for some great Black Friday deals for some comics there? What did you guys do? We'll kind of throw that out there. Beyond that, you know how we like to close this out. We're Excalibur Comics. We have plenty of places where you can go to follow us to see what the new books are that are coming out, any deals we might have that are going on, and be able to subscribe for new books that'll be coming out, adding them to your pull list, I should say. You can do that by going to ExcaliburCCG.com or by following us on our Facebook page. They both execute the same thing, I believe. Yep. You know the other things that you need to do: like, share, subscribe, spread the news about our show that tries to inform you guys of the new books so that you don't miss out on them. I think beyond that, is there anything you want to add?
That's it.
Okay.
Good to go.
Good to go. Remember, comment on the video below, and beyond that, read great comics, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you.